Hi, how are you? This is Carla Thomas again, and last week we discussed briefly grief and loss and how it affects us in the 5 stages of grief. I just want to recap on that a little bit and just come to you at this particular time. If you would like to comment, please do that. You can also talk to me about questions that you may have. I'm going to try and navigate those. Charity Watson, hello, how are you? Miss Alma, how are you? Again, we're just going to recap on the grief and loss that I talked about a little bit last week in the 5 stages of grief. We went over those 5 stages of grief. And again, coping with loss is ultimately something that you have to deal with and not suppress those feelings and emotions. Nobody can help you go through these easy or understand those feelings and emotions other than you. The most important thing is to not suppress those feelings and emotions, because resisting it can only prolong the natural process of healing. Healing is what we want to do. We also want to understand that experiencing grief and loss is something that's natural. It's going to happen. So if anybody has any questions at this time about grief and loss, we want to definitely address those questions that you may have. Hello, Patricia Hampton, how are you? We want to understand also that we want to pray more and worry less. Fear can also contribute to the suppression of the healing process. We want to make sure that we do heal when we talk about grief and loss. I am also a marriage and family therapist. I do couples therapy. I am a master's level therapist. My degree is in marriage and family therapy, and I graduated in 2011 from Liberty University, which is the largest Christian university online. My supervisor is the Dr. Brad Larner here in Saginaw, Michigan. I've worked with him, partnered with him in the past. We were partners for about 2 years. I am located at 301 East Genesee in the Commerce Building on the 2nd floor. Do you have any questions for me concerning mental health? This wraps up the month of June, which is Mental Health Month. And we just want to make sure that we take care of ourselves, that we address feelings and emotions that we're going through. We definitely want to practice things like mindful meditation. So mindfulness meditation will help us get out of our head and not experience so much anxiety and depression. Again, mindfulness meditation you can find on YouTube. We also want to make sure that we steal away those precious moments for us to listen to mindfulness meditation, guided meditation, where that can help us deal with anxiety and sleeplessness. Is there anybody out there that deals with the inability to go to sleep or stay asleep? If you are, mindfulness meditation can definitely assist you with that. I don't know if anybody has experienced that. I do occasionally. Again, mindfulness meditation is something that we probably want to practice on a daily basis. If you don't want to spend a lot of time doing that, stealing away to self is definitely something that we can practice as well. Thank you for tuning in. Again, this is Carla Thomas. I am your local marriage and family therapist. However, I do have extensive training in addiction management. I completed my coursework at Western Michigan University, and they have something called the Specialty Program in Drug and Alcohol Abuse. I completed that program. If you would like to come and see me, you can also visit my website at www.untiltoday.org. You can also reach me at 989-907-1751. I do text message. If you don't stay asleep a lot of times, Miss Alma, again, mindfulness meditation is what I do suggest. You can find those guided meditations on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and you type in guided meditation, you can find some guided meditations that will help you. If you fall asleep, that is the goal, probably, for you to relax. Sometimes we experience so many things in life that cause us to have racing thoughts. And those racing thoughts, when we lay down, they're just racing and racing, and our minds don't calm down. So when we're listening to these guided meditations, practicing these mindfulness meditation exercises, that can help us with those racing thoughts. Again, this is Carla Thomas. I will be signing off at this time. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful, safe holiday weekend. I am a disabled veteran. I served in the United States Army, believe it or not, from 1989 to 1992. When I say I am classified as a disabled veteran, that just means that I have a disability and they're going to have to pay me for the rest of my life. Thank you again. Signing off. Have a wonderful, safe weekend, a wonderful holiday, and I will be tuning in, signing in on next week. Have a great weekend.